fast. I don't have time to be careful. Oh, shoot. Where did that come from? Crap. Yeah, this is really stupid. I should have just charged him. Well, I took that damage. What was I at? I was at 7. I took 2 hearts. That's actually not too bad. I really need to chop for apples. I mean chop oaks and get some apples, but I ain't about to do it out here where mobs have spawned. And the thing about it is I can't just go to an area and assume nobody's been there. There's our desert again. Good thing about having Delbs' iron sword and a lot of iron of my own is I can actually justifiably use a sword on these leaves. Quickest way to get rid of them. Just give me 1 apple. I don't really care about 2. I just want 1. And of course I need to be able to pick it up. Is that an apple? Oh, sapling. Yeah, it didn't look anything like an apple. I don't know why I said that. Flying to doom? What do you mean you're flying to him? Oh, she means from his perspective she's flying. Yeah, I got it now. Well, I mean, ideally, I would have gotten that apple by now, and I just did. Good. Now I can leave. Oh, I need water. You know, sometimes that water right there, that could actually be the difference between the game being over. Nice. Oh, another apple. Can you believe that? Where are those dogs I saw? Can I get at least 1 dog for these 2 bones, you think? And do I even bother doing that? I think so, because I ordinarily don't think they're that great, but under the right circumstances, knowing that, you know, that I'm down a teammate here. Come on, I saw a bunch of them earlier. Where are they? And I mean, they'll be in this biome. There we go. Alright. Seriously? Well, I'm not going to punch you, even though I feel like I should. Okay. Gravel. Dirt. Cobble. Extra furnaces. Extra gravel. Gonna go ahead and put that lava in that. And I could go ahead and do this, so I will. Except I always make them backwards. And I want to put that there. Now, without having arrows, I'm about as ready as I can be right now. But boy, I need arrows. I need feathers for that. So, looks like I'm going to have to just go looking for chickens and hope that I can find an area where nobody's been yet. Give me a break. A creeper too? A skeleton, a spider, and a creeper. All walk into a bar. Other good thing about being in this desert is it's wide open. If somebody charges me out here, I'm going to see it. No, I think I'll see it. I hope I would see it. How much do I lack? Okay, I need 2 more. Yeah, we're in 5. I need 2 more. This is near where we spawned. I don't know. No, I'm not going to take time to do that. That's stupid. I'm going to end up holding up for the night probably, so. I will take the time, however, to eat because you never know. When you get low on health, you might have to sprint. I mean, low on food, you might have to sprint and not be able to. Not a very good situation to be in. No, I don't think so. I mean, at 5. And we usually don't do that until and we still got 8 people in the game. Well, yeah. I have no idea what this terrain looks like really, because yeah, that'll probably help. I mean, Flea, that's a valid, if you're watching, that's a valid point, and it's something that Feridor and I have talked about quite a bit, actually, is how to keep the action up, you know. I mean, not just for the players, I mean the viewers, but also for the players. You know, how do you keep things going? And one way that we'd considered in the past was by, you know, shortening, or rather closing in the boundary, not by agreeing to close in the boundary, but actually by doing it in the server, you know, having the server close in the boundary and move you physically if you're outside of it. We actually have the ability to do that. But from what people have said in the past, at least to Feridor and I, but you know, these are people that haven't played a lot of these. It says only our second one too, so. But from what people have said, that doesn't sound like a good idea. So, do I want to mess with this nincompoop? Probably not. I think I've said this before. I think we need a blog of some kind for the SIRServer UHC. So that, you know, I mean, the Skype chat that we've been using, the Skype chat setup, you know, Feridor sets one up or whatever, whoever sets it up, has been nice and it's working okay for that. But I'd like to have a blog and comments section, you know, for stuff like that, because I would really like some suggestions or opinions from people. You know, we can change things on this server, how it's, you know, how the games go. I mean, we've got a lot of ideas that we don't really want to implement yet because they're sort of radical. You know, with Craftbukkit, assuming it keeps getting updated, once the mod API comes out, who knows, but for now, with Craftbukkit, you can do a lot of weird things. I mean, I said we could, like, shrink in the boundaries and then move the people inside of that boundary if you're outside of it. And I had actually coded that in at one point. It was going to shrink them in at a certain time, but only after warning everybody and saying, okay, in 3 minutes, you know, the boundary's going to shrink to this, and then a minute later, in 2 minutes, it's going to shrink. A minute later, in 1 minute, it's going to shrink. Then it counted down, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and then it shrank. And if you were ready for it, and you could get inside of the boundary area, nothing happened to you. If you couldn't get inside the boundary area and you were outside of it, you are immediately teleported. Actually, staring at a piece of ground like that while I'm talking and not paying attention is not a good idea. With the Enderman down there, I need to be staring at water, because that way, you know, an Enderman is not going to show up in my crosshairs right there. He would have to be standing in the water. I just realized that. That's pro. Not really. The point of that, though, is you move people if they're not in the boundary, and you leave them alone if they are. And you could even do that multiple times. You know, we had it ready to do that, and we were going to try it, but some people didn't really like the idea, didn't want to fool with it, so we've never really seriously tried to do that since. We can also do some crazy things like, you know, everybody starts out at the 0-0 map, you know, 1,000 radius at 0-0, and then on day 4, everybody is moved to a new area of the map, you know, say 3,000, 3,000 with a 1,000 radius or something. It's a completely different map. I mean, we could do something like that. We could shrink the radius in such a way that it's not circular. We could actually just move it, you know, and then shrink it. Or we could just move it, for that matter. We can do all kinds of crazy things with the map settings. You know, and we've also talked about how to, and I even mentioned this earlier in this UHC, is how do you make sure that people are actually not just camping somewhere waiting for somebody else to get killed? Because if it gets down to 2 or 3 people, they have a better chance, right? How do you prevent that from happening? And I haven't heard of a good way, a good practical way to do that yet, except shrinking the boundaries. But Feridor and I were talking. It actually makes good sense to us to you know, reward people for fighting, not just expect them to, but to actually reward them if they kill somebody. Now, how do you do that? Well, I mean, right now, because here's the thing. Why would you fight somebody early in the game anyway? Because all you're going to do is, you know, is damage yourself, certainly, potentially lose the game, but you're definitely going to lose health yourself. Okay. Alright, so it's that way. This is the way to the center. Alright. I mean, you're definitely going to lose health yourself if you go after somebody. You might kill them. You might not, but you're going to lose health. They're going to lose health. You know, unless you get very lucky, which can happen, you know, or say you shove them over a cliff or something, you know, you're going to take some damage. They're going to take damage. You're going to have 2 players hurt. So why would you ever even think about doing that? Right? I mean, for practical purposes, it makes no sense, really, to go after somebody like that. But this chicken might have something to say about it. Now, if I didn't see that sheep, I would get nervous about that dirt right there, but holy bananas, that's a big cave. I don't want to mess with that. That's really high on this mountain. There's probably not going to be a thing in it. I really wish... Okay, here's another one. I really wish I had gotten that enchantment table, because enchanting the bow would have been so helpful. I don't need raw chicken. I guess I'll take it, but I don't need it. If I were to get a wolf, I got 12 hairs. I'm better off than I was. Somebody, see, the thing about this mountain, I mean, I did this before, walked around on a mountain like this. Gives you a long view. You can see a long way, but man, you are so visible on top of something like this. If somebody wants to come after me right now, they almost certainly can. All you have to do is see me, and I'm very visible on this mountain. Chickens, please. I'd really like to see some chickens, if at all possible. I'd appreciate that. Thanks. I want to set myself on fire. I'm just trying to eat. That actually happened in a UHC, not to me. Guy was about to eat his golden apple, and I think he either grabbed his lava bucket instead or he grabbed a flint and steel instead. I think it was a flint and steel. Gunny got killed by Feridor again. Yeah, he said not for long, and he meant it. Feridor's down to 7. Oh boy. Him and Soup are just going to start nailing people. I said when I found out, or when we established rather, that those two were going to be on the team together, that they were going to win. I mean, you didn't hear me say that here because I didn't. I said it, when the teams were established. So, I mean, I would have picked them to begin with. Right now, I'm definitely picking them. Sorry, Gunny, good game. His teammate was Renfield, who is still doing okay, I guess, unless if he was anywhere around Gunny, he may be fighting with Soup and Feridor. Oh, Feridor's at 6 now, and he was not. I don't think he had taken that damage. They may be fighting Renfield right now. Probably are, in fact. All these stupid sheep. Why can't they be chickens? Oh. It's lit up. Yep. See what I'm at? Nah, I don't need to say that. Somebody will think I'm serious, and I'm not. I mean, I'm just kidding. I'm quite certain they're on the level. I've been playing games with Feridor for many years, and I know Soup a little bit through him. I don't know Soup myself, but seriously, I deliberately got under that chicken. Oh. Yeah, they meant it, didn't they? I wonder if they're all at 0-0. Okay, I didn't need this chicken. Well, at least everybody's down to a reasonable level, I think, of health, that is. I mean, it's funny that you see this happen, you see the people dying, you see the messages and everything, never having any idea what's really going on. I mean, who knows? I mean, it could be under the ground, it could be out in the middle of nowhere. I'm surprised a little bit that Jack got killed so quickly after it's 2 feathers. Maybe I should go ahead and make the arrows out of those. I don't know. I need to look for more chickens. It would be in my advantage to find some sapling. creepers. Don't want none of you. I'm gonna end up getting in a mess here if I'm not careful. I didn't really want to go that way anyway. It's time to mountain goat. Nobody in that jungle, but that doesn't surprise me. I would be surprised if I saw anybody in the jungle right now. I almost took damage there. Feather falling might have alleviated some of it, but I was alerted to the fact that my lava was not in my hotbar by the fact that I had my axe there. Does that actually mean anything? I don't know. I need to get to another open area though. I don't really like where I'm at. I mean, if there's chickens here, I want to be here, but so far the number of chickens I've found has been pitiful. I found a few. Speaking of which, where you at, man? I heard you. Oh, please don't be way down there. Oh, jeez. Now this is dangerous. Psst. Seriously? Yeah, seriously. This is what's known as picking up nice structure. Structure? I wonder if she means defensive structure.